All right, today somebody out there sent me a beautiful quote from Sri Nisargadatta, and it's given me a lot of food for thought in the last few days. And I have to say that it's quite subtle, but very beautiful and odd all at the same time. Let me read it to you. If you expect any benefits from your search, material, mental, or spiritual, you have missed the point. Truth gives no advantage. It gives you no higher status, no power over others. All you get is truth and the freedom from the false. That immediately wipes out level 1 of spiritual life. I want to get to heaven. I want to experience ecstasy. I want to know happiness. I want to get any spiritual powers. I want. It's the response to a desire, and a desire of a self, of a body, of a soul that's mixed up with a body and with a mind. Right there, he negates this idea of you not having something, of you needing to add something to yourself. And if you remember just a day or two ago in one of our earlier vlogs, we made the point that the self is infinite. Nothing can be added to it and nothing can be taken from it. And so this is one of the first corollaries of that kind of thinking, that if you expect anything to be added to you, anything to be given to you, that you're barking up the wrong tree. You're running in the wrong direction. And it's an invitation to stop, to sit and to think for a moment, to try and understand, how can that be true? What am I after if there is to be no, quote, benefit of this? There's no material benefit. Why? Because we've already established in many times that we live in a mind and not an actual world. That there's no way to distinguish this reality from a dream reality. And in a dream you can win $10 bazillion, and when you wake up in the morning you'll be in the same house you've always been in, or the same bed, wherever that might be. You see, so there's nothing that can be given to you materially, nothing that can be taken away from you materially, because material is not your nature. That is something you're witnessing and something you're seeing, but something that the soul, the you behind the mind, behind the senses, can't actually ever touch. Remember, we talked about that in a video one time, that the senses separate us from a world, that it's all interpreted information, and something that we can never touch can never give us anything. It can never be added to us. Mental. So here he's going after mind. It's not a mental satisfaction. You've been happy before in your life, and it goes away. It's not dependable. It doesn't stay. It doesn't last. And we know that scripture that teaches us that which does not change alone is real. So the mental world is also put aside if you're looking just for satisfaction mentally or just for happiness mentally. He says you're missing the point. Or even spiritual. Because even on the spiritual realm, you are everything. You are one with everything. There is nothing outside of the self to be given to the self. There is nothing outside of you to be desired in your real state, not in the state that you think you are right now, not in the way that you define yourself right now, which is why it doesn't make sense. And that's what we have to attack, is that sense and idea of self that we have that makes teachings like this look nonsensical. That's the invitation to ponder, the invitation to let go, the invitation to open to a new understanding, not go learn something else because it's not mental, not grab onto something else because it's not physical, not to aspire to something else because it's not spiritual in that sense. You have missed the point going after any of these things. This is a wonderfully subtle and beautiful teaching. Beautiful because the amount of freedom that it bestows on us. It takes away that idea of beggarship. It takes away that idea of hunger. It takes away that idea of adding something to us that could at some point be taken away or lost. Anything composed must decompose. That is the rule that we experience around us. He says, truth gives no advantage, right? Advantage means more than something else. It gives you something that you already are. If nothing can be added to you, nothing can be taken away from you. If in your real essence you are one without a second, then what is there to have an advantage over? What competition is there out there? There is none. There is none. You are one without a second. ever free, ever content. You've never known hunger. You've never known pain. You've never known need. You have only associated yourself with things that have taught you that, have said that to you mentally. And because of our identity with mind, we believe what it says. We don't say the body's hungry. We say, I'm hungry. That's demonstration number one. I am identified with body. We don't say the mind is angry. We say, I'm angry. That is lesson number one, that we are identified with mind. And so when somebody says the spirit, the soul, you in your true self, have never known pain, the only pains you can think of are mental and material. There is nothing beyond that, because there is no pain beyond that. There's an isness, a bliss, a contentment of being, a joy. It gives you no higher status, right? You're not going to get more respect, because nothing can be added to you, not even respect. There's no one to respect you. There's no one to respect in the ultimate truth. There's freedom from that notion. There's only pure creativity. There's only pure expression. There's only pure being, all of which mean the same thing. No power over others. Thank God. No power games. No insincerities. No need to convince people of things. No need to be convinced by people about things. There is no exchange, no transactional reality going on. You're free from that. You're done with that. That is never a concern, ever, 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 within the self, within that divinity. All you get is truth. Which, what a beautiful gift that finally is, to know what's going on. To know the nature of being. To know, hey, I'm here. What does that mean? What is all of that? What is this seeming? What is behind all of this? That is the knowing. It's an uncovering of a thing that has always been. The rope and the snake, as it were. The waking from the dream. And freedom from the false. So why does he say freedom from the false? Oh my gosh, the reason he says freedom from the false is because that is the only thing that binds us, is ignorance. That's the only thing that stresses us, is ignorance. That's the only thing that hurts, is ignorance. That's the only thing that makes us afraid, is ignorance. Ignorance, ignorance, and ignorance. Be free. Don't seek something. Set down everything and see what is left. Put down all of your pain, all of your frustration, all of your hurts, all of your needs, all of your hungers, all of your thirsts, all of your thoughts, all of your identities, all of your dreams, and be what's left.